Back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nika. And with this week's episode of As the Fuck Shit Turns, also known as Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Season 5, episode 13, entitled Funny Business. Before I begin the review, I hope that all of my love things and sweetie pies and sugar lumps and everything had a wonderful 4th of July holiday. Hope y'all drank responsibly, enjoyed your families, enjoyed the fireworks. I enjoyed my 4th of July holiday. I did get a little sick, I guess, because I over-exuded myself. Because, child, actually, I started celebrating the 4th of July this weekend. Child, I was out there and anyway, you have to be on my Facebook page to know what all I did. But, you know, I didn't feel too well toward the end of the 4th. And yesterday, I was just very exhausted. So, that's why I didn't do any reviews or anything. But I promised y'all I was going to see this train wreck to the end, and here I am to do that, child. Now, we're going to start this episode off with Grammy Week. For some reason, everybody on the cast of Love and Hip Hop seemed to have been going to Grammy Week. Go figure, child. I have no idea why all these folks was in there. Now, you got Carly going down there. She says she got stores that she got to check on down there, and she also has to have this talk with Lyfe. Mimi took Tierra because she said Tierra probably still is feeling some kind of way about her baby daddy's recent incarceration, so she wanted to take her out and see, let her have a good time, and she know that Tierra's still trying to be cool with her, so this is, what better time than now to have a little girl time while we at Grammy Week, okay? Mimi there, because she said she got to tie up some loose ends and somebody got her hosting parties. I said, okay, girl, whatever. Now, let's go to this comedy club where Tony Rock is performing at. I guess Mona Budget must be the went up some, because we see old Uncle Rush up in the building, along with, most of the main cast anyway. We see that Stevie J has, he done shuffled his ass on in there with Miss Jessica Penny. Mimi there, Carly Red, all of them there. And when Carly came in, Tony was talking about, him and Carly go way back. It's like when the Love and Hip Hop cast came in, that's when his jokes and stuff started being surrounded them, okay? So he's talking about been knowing Carly Red a long time, they go way back. Then he started making jokes with Mimi about the shower rod, and Mimi say a year ago she would not have been able to have laughs and kikis about that shower rod situation, but she's in such a better place now, so she's not worried about it. But what she is worried about is, why is Stevie J up in here with Jessica Dine? She baffled. She buffooned. She wants to know what the true tea is about that, and she seemed bothered. I don't know why. Jessica tells us she ain't trying to be in the middle of no fucking shit. She don't want to be in the middle of nothing. She just want to make her good mercy with Stevie J. You don't want to be in the middle of no mess, but you at this damn show with this man. Oh, okay, girl. Let's leave Grammy Week and go to talk to Mama D, child. Mama D and her crutches meet up with Jock. She wants to know when Jock gonna jump on the EP. The EP with her, because Scrappy won't do it. Jock telling her they make two different types of music. Same thing that Scrap said. But because she family, he tell her that he could probably write her a nice little song, and she could develop like this house that this dance like electric slide and stuff like that to attract the crowd of her peers, okay? But he ain't finna get on no EP and mix what he considered young people music with older people music. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we got the electric slide, we got the cha-cha and all of that stuff there, and I wouldn't mind another one. I do be taking the time out to learn them dances and shit like that. So when I am out amongst my peer group and the song come on, child, you know I runs out there to it to get me one in right quick. So I don't think that was just a horrible idea. I just, child, if we gonna do it big, okay. Now we see after the comedy show, Mimi and Stevie decide. Mimi goes over to Stevie and she wants to have a conversation with him. She upset. She said when she brought Jessica Dime to Stevie, I think a year ago, he said that she was talentless, she was fat, and now here he is in her face. Now, Mimi took it to a whole nother level, if you ask me. Because you mad like this your man. Stevie J is not your damn man. Hell, he barely Joseline man. You know, but she mad talking about the man he done hurt her. And she can't stand to be hurt. Meanwhile, he's standing there saying, girl, look, I'm only dealing with Jessica Dime to hurt me, Joseline. I know it's going. She been around here on social media pulling all these stunts and shows, you know, and I'm just doing this as a way of getting back at her. What I didn't mean is for you to be hurt by this. He said he's sorry. Mimi said he has really done a lot of stuff to her that can't be repaired. She don't want to hear no more sorry. She want action, action, action. Mimi tells us that Stevie messed up that way. She made him tell, what did you leave me for? A stripper. And why did you leave me for that stripper? Come on, everybody, say it with me. Because I wanted to feel young. And now, here you are back. You over here working with this artist that you told me that she wasn't talented enough and she was fat. You weren't interested in working with her, but now you working with her. Mimi, you too vested. I understand that's your baby daddy, but girl, this ain't got nothing to do with him being your baby daddy. You can clearly see that if this show comes back for season 6 and the whole cast is not fired, the likelihood of them of Mona taking how Mimi acting right now and playing it into the storyline for next year where she's trying to get back with Stevie J. I'll be watching, but I won't be reviewing season 6. But I don't understand why she's so mad. You sit up here and you allow Stevie J and Joseline to have so much power over you and what you doing that you ran off your girl. Now, I don't know if you was gay for pay, as people say, or not, but girl, you way too hype for that. You in here dropping real tears, talking about this man hurt you. Okay, Mimi, that done been a few years. I ain't saying that it's no timeline on when you should get over it, but bitch, you should at least want to get over it within a reasonable amount of time. You done swung on a shower rod and everything else since you and Stevie been apart. You mean to tell me you still running around with hopes of possibly reuniting with this man when clearly a stable, committed relationship is the last thing on his mind? Well, she said that he better stop lying to her. It ain't what he do, it's how he do it. She don't like the fact that he don't communicate with her. She said some of the things he's done is irreparable, and that if she finds out that he's lying to her again, she gonna get ignorant with him. Okay, girl, you went from hurt to mad. Just that. Okay. I'm not gonna do this to myself. Okay. Next, we see Stevie J meeting up with Faith in the studio, and y'all know that's his good Judy. You know, they meeting up, and he reveals to her that him and Joseline have not been on the same page for quite some time and that they're not married. Faith told him basically, you know, be careful what you do, and she really didn't seem like she was all that interested in having that conversation with him. Okay? Next, we're going to talk about Miss Betty Idler. She did something halfway decent this episode. She took D. Smith to see her, as she calls him, her mentor, CeeLo Green. She wants D. Smith to get out there, to be more recognized. She's a good songwriter, singer, and producer, and she feel like maybe CeeLo might be able to listen to her music and maybe point her in a direction or even work with her. CeeLo shows up and tell D. Smith that, D. Smith started telling him about her transitioning. I don't know. How long does the transition take? Because ain't you transitioned now? Or are you just a boy in a dress? I don't know. But anyway, he said he always been a little weird, so it ain't bothering him that she's transgender. And he say he don't normally listen to other people's music, but because he like her, he gonna go ahead on and listen to her. And he listened to her, and now this is from the book of my mind, okay? I personally, at 43, did not like that, okay? I ain't saying that you young people, wouldn't like that. Maybe you would. I don't know. I don't give a damn. It was just like hearing any other shit that they play on any of these reality shows. I have yet to see somebody other than K. Michelle on a reality show sing a song that I actually give half a fuck about. So it wasn't good to me, but he was over there vibing out to it and say he liked it. So, okay. Question though. I thought D. Smith was already established in the business. I'm just saying, I thought she was already established. Y'all know I don't smoke, so I'm joning right now for a Joe, and my own Joe, not one that I share. And so you may see me popping shit in my mouth. So get over it. Hell, it is what it is. I don't know what CeeLo plan on doing with her. I really don't know what. I'm not gonna be chewing, y'all. I'm actually gonna sit here and hold it in the side pocket and just have something to suck on, so I don't be disturbed by the fact that this morning I'm feeling like I want to smoke. He liked her shit. Okay, that's all I want to talk about that. Now we find out that the house is, I guess Rashida and them house is ready or whatever. And in efforts to cut down some of the rent or the repairs or whatever the fuck going on with them, they gonna turn the house that Kelsey grew up in into a D-Lo studio and also a boarding house for the artists they signed for artist development. I ain't gonna be able to do this. I don't know how people chew on camera. I'm not good like that. Hold on. Okay. Kelsey, the daughter, is feeling some kind of way. She not understanding that her dad is not saying no to her. He just basically saying, I don't feel like you ready. There's a difference. Maybe if she work on her craft and she allowed him to, show her the way to go, maybe she would be okay with that. But she pissed off because they turning her childhood home into a place for a new artist to be developed and to live in while they doing their development, and she ain't gonna be a part of it. So she get mad and she walk out. Okay. We find out that Ernest got 3 jobs, yet Mama D don't understand that. She don't put some type of tracker on his phone to see where he going, because she don't know where he going. And she finds him talking to Miss Shirley, a.k.a. Pauline, let Mama D tell it. Okay? Miss Shirley trying to explain to her that, look, I don't want your man. I just took a couple classes, and I feel like, Ernest has been talking to me about y'all. Ernest saying she been helping us, babe. Ernest, I usually ride with you because Mama D should have thought about this before she up and married you. But in this instance, I have to say, don't no woman want her husband, much less her boyfriend, sitting down talking to another woman about her marital or relationship affairs, especially if it's a chick she don't like. So in this scene, I can understand why Mama D was mad. She already hurting with her sciatic nerve, and she aggravated with you because she feel like you need to be bringing in more to the table. Now this is what I'll say. You got him a job. Okay, he's supposed to have 3 jobs. Mama D, you knew this man was fresh out the pen. You knew he wasn't gonna be making what you making. You knew he wasn't even gonna be making what Scrappy might making residuals from old music he did back with Young Buck and them back in the day. So why would you marry this man with unrealistic expectations of him? Okay. It's gonna take time. It seemed like he halfway ass care about you and do want to help you, but you started crunching down on his back about this money situation. I'm all here for it. A man that don't work don't eat, but apparently he working. So give him time or part ways with him, because he ain't moving at the pace that you want him to move at. I don't like that shit. That was unnecessary. Only thing I fought Ernest for was sitting his ass up there having a conversation. Okay. Joseline and Stevie finally meet up for dinner. She says she gonna do him because he did her in the past. They both done did shit, if you ask me. He mad at her because, and I'm finna condense this all the way down because I'm sick of this shit. He mad because she was in that picture with Rick Ross' hand right by her thigh, close to her JJ area. She's saying that wasn't nothing but a photograph and that he needs to get over it. She's saying that she liked the fact that they have been separated because they keep down the arguments when they don't see each other. He's saying one thing, she's saying another. We can see the controlling nature that is Stevie J, but Joseline, you allowed him to continue to treat you like this. So I guess since you done got you some new awareness about yourself, you don't want to be under his control. That's fine, that's good. Child, whatever. This scene meant nothing to me. They decided to hug it out. They gonna go on and hug it out. She said even though he been acting a fool, the marriage thing never did come up though. I don't know if they saving it for another time, maybe the reunion or whatever, but they never mentioned the fact, anything about them being married and what he went on the radio show with Jay Nix and them and said. All I know is she said that they gonna hug it out, and she brought him a little treat even though he don't deserve it. That treat came in the form of Tommy coming out, and basically Joseline won't have threesome. Stevie's sitting there looking like, what the fuck? Now maybe on the inside he was like, I could tap both of them asses real good, but in that moment he was like, that I ain't got no aspirations to mess with this girl. This is my nephew's old lady, or off and on old lady. Tommy telling us in the damn confessional she never really wanted to mess with Stevie. It was Joseline, and she ain't really trying to sleep with old Uncle Stevie. Well, Joseline ain't trying to hear that. She trying to make it happen, child. She get talking about this skinny deal. She take her top off and she get in the pool. Tommy getting in the pool, but she still got her little, that piece of cloth she had around her, that's still on there. And Stevie sitting there like, he ain't trying to hear this. He can't believe that this is actually going on. He looked confused. He looked like, if I go for this, will this turn out in my favor or will this not? So, we don't know. But they was trying to coerce Stevie to join in, whatever, child. Let's go down to press. Rashida, Kelsey, and Charlene in there. And Rashida telling Charlene, Kelsey upset that she can't be signed to D-Lo Records at this time. Kelsey feels like they giving, and also she mentions that Kirk is going to bring their new artist down there for her to meet. Kelsey mad because she feel like Kurt and Rashida not doing anything to help her. Girl, you ain't did no work. You ain't showing us that you barely want to work at press. You barely can do your job there. So if you not trying to make your corn for your child at the store, what makes me think that you're going to be dedicated to actually trying to be signed to a record label and be out there in this world of music trying to do your thing? The first time something don't go right, you the type that like will walk off and just let it be what it's going to be, costing a lot of money and possible lawsuits for these people. They not trying to, you not ready. That's the bottom line. And she gets more in her feelings with Kirk because Kirk does come in there with Sam, his new protege, who will be staying at the D-Lo compound house, child, whatever. Rashida was cool with her. Kelsey pressed because not only is this girl signing her daddy label going to be living in her house that she grew up in, we find out that the girl going to be working at press as well. In that moment, I kind of understood why she was mad. Now, I ain't here for no brats acting like, no spoiled brats acting no fool. I don't like that shit. My kids do that sometimes, and it is the biggest damn turn off. I know I created those monsters, but I know how to put a cap on them damn monsters at the same time. She mad because it's like this girl getting her whole life. I think they should have, instead of playing this out on the camera, maybe they should have talked to this girl one-on-one and explained to her what was going to be happening. And not let her find out on camera, because that's why she got mad. She started being slapped in the face with new information when her dream, in her mind, she should be the one receiving these opportunities. But like I said, Kelsey, opportunity comes to those who work for it, okay? You ain't worked for nothing, girl. You ain't did nothing. So she gets mad that the girl gonna be working down there at the store, and she mad because the girl has the record label and gonna be standing in the house and say that they don't need her, and she gets up and she walks out, again proving why she's not signed to D-Lo Records. Now, D-Lo Records ain't this big. This ain't no Jive RCA or no shit like this. But whatever it is that they do, you ain't never gonna be a part of it, because your solution to your problems is to walk away from them. You see, that shit wasn't highly successful for Tamar as far as walking away. Now, the bitch can sing, but that walking away shit always caused her problems with her family, to the point where TD Jakes had to come in and read the whole family, okay, about the behaviors. But he did not, spare Tamar. You got to learn, Kelsey, how to deal with your problems. You can't buck and run when you pissed off. And that right there is just part of why that you're not signed to your daddy's label. And you probably won't ever be until you get fixed that's fucked up about you. That's all I feel like saying about that. Lyfe and Carly meet up at the park. She won't talk to him about, because Jessica Dine told her down at the comedy club that showed her some picture of some girl from Germany saying she married to Lyfe Jennings. Carly told us that she don't fuck with married men. So men's in relationships with other women and got children, that's okay. But if he got that piece of paper, that makes the difference. Girl, if you don't sit your raggedy bird ass down somewhere with that cougar mentality, bitch, that's wrong either way. You need to get your own man and stop. You too old. And that's what really irritates me about Carly Red on this show. I'm cool that Carly Red is the messy bitch of the show. She the one that gets shit going. So she's needed. What I don't like is season after season, you allow Mona to bring these men these usually younger dudes you trying to have a relationship with, and they break your face at the end of every season. We saw Benzino break your goddamn face. We seen Jock break your face, and look like we gonna see Lyfe break your damn face. Now you at this park want to tell him about this woman that said she married to him. He already knew what you was talking about or what you was coming with, because he seen this shit too. But he had that nigga mentality. Girl, if you don't say nothing, I ain't gonna say nothing either. Well, he explained to her, girl, look, I ain't married to nobody. I don't know what that woman talk about, but why you talking to me about that? Let's talk about you being in this club, because I got a phone call. See, I know people. I might not have had a hit since 2006, but damn it, I know some people, okay? And my peoples called me and said, yo, look, you know that girl Carly Red, she down in the club right now with Scrap. He knew you been doing your thing. Now, instead of you just saying, you know what, I ain't know where you was in the mind. You hadn't been answering my phone calls. And yes, it's a birdish, thought-ass thing to do to lay up with this boy. But he gave me attention. He was there. So I did, mess around with him. But see, you can't do that, because in your mind, you gonna still try to fool with this dude, even though he incarcerated. Lyfe already knew what you was up to. He said he done heard about you all around town, not just in the club, hanging out with this nigga that's about to do a guap. And I'm like, child, same thing I said. This nigga is going down for 20. He got to do at least 5 before he even come up for parole eligibility. But Carly, you only spent like 10 minutes with this man, and you act like this man is the end all beat all of your life, like y'all got some kind of connection. Girl, how you got a connection with this man when he got all this other stuff that we know about on off social media going on, such as the baby mama who didn't want to really be on Love and Hip Hop, and then I think I heard something about marriage. Child, basically, he told her he was serious about her. He knew what he was getting when he signed up with her. But I guess he thought that same thing that some women oftentimes think and find out. He thought that he was going to be different. Okay. He said he was so serious about her, he pulls out a ring and show her. Now, he ain't proposing in by the scenes next week. He not going to be proposing her. I think he pulled a benzine on her ass, okay? But she fell out, and that was the end of the episode. When she seen the ring, she hit the ground. I'd have left that bitch laying there and walked on by my business. I don't know if I left anything out. I could have. I got 2 or 3 more videos I got to do. Plus, tonight is the season premiere of Hollywood Divas. You don't have to ask me. I got my shit together this time, so I will be able to watch Hollywood Divas, and I will be reviewing it. So you don't have to ask me about that. Y'all know that, child. I hope I don't have to. I did a Hollywood Divas review last year. Probably one of my highest grossing videos. I lost my damn mind in my kitchen, child. Y'all have to go back to the archives and watch that, honey. I think it's called R&B Divas LA Rant or something like that. Y'all just got to go back there in them archives. I ain't charging y'all for my archives, so y'all go back there and check that out. Not yet anyhow, but I'm just playing. Although, you know, I wouldn't do no shit like that, but yeah, I will be reviewing that tonight. I still have to do my Q&A, and I have to do the have and have nots. But tomorrow I'll be back with Greenleaf and Hollywood Divas. So I guess my time here with y'all is starting the show. I don't know, child. Anyway, that was all I got, y'all. I'll be back in a minute with another video. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video. And I'll see you guys back for the have and have nots. Peace.